Welcome to the Envision IT Custom 404 for SharePoint video overview. What we're going to talk about today is a quick introduction, take you through an overview of some of the different situations with some examples, and talk about the features of the product. Quick overview to start with. There's two main purposes for the Custom 404 product. The first is to redirect old or incorrect URLs to specific pages on your new SharePoint site. It also is used to support shortened URLs for marketing purposes. Let me give some examples. Imagine you've got a new site that you've launched on SharePoint 2010 and it has some incoming links from external sites that are now pointing to invalid URLs from the old site. For example, Facebook has a link to an article on your old site. Alternatively, you may want to provide a short URL to pages deep inside your site. You could have bookmark pages that have changed as you've reorganized your site, or site visitors may simply mistype your URL in their browser. You may even have an author who's left a broken link on a page. These are all examples that would result in a 404 page, which is much like what you see on the screen here. This is the out-of-the-box experience for SharePoint without our product. What we want to do is avoid having this page and provide a more user-friendly experience. So the main features of the Envision IT Custom 404 product are to provide a rich user experience around that, and it's configurable in a number of different ways. Through a SharePoint list, you can provide an exact match. If there's a particular page on your old site that you want to match to a new one, you could have a starts with if there's a particular part of your site you want to direct to a specific page, or if a contains match that could have a common keyword in there, and there's always a default match, which is a catch-all for any other bad URLs. Let's take you through a situation. First, we have a user visiting our old site, and you can see the URL that they're going to is clearly not a SharePoint URL. They click on that, they go to the old site, and the page gets rendered. Now imagine we've gone to SharePoint 2010. They still have that old URL linked from an external site. They click on that link. They come now to our new SharePoint site, but because that page doesn't exist at that address anymore, they now get that 404 error that we saw previously coming up. Now with our product though, when the user visits that new SharePoint 2010 site, they still click on that same old URL that's clearly not a valid URL on the site, but because we have the Custom 404 product installed, it intercepts that, looks in its list of rules, which defines a new page that it should go to. The user never sees that change. They simply see the new page at the new URL on the SharePoint site. Alternatively, you may have a shortened URL. Extranet User Manager is our flagship product here at Envision IT, and we want users to be able to type in www.envisionit.com/EUM as an easy-to-remember URL. Through the Custom 404, we define a rule for that takes them down directly into the deep page that's the full target URL. Lastly, you may have a user just typing in a bad URL. They could mistype it, whatever the case may be there. Again, we want to catch that with our Custom 404, direct them down to a standard page that will explain how they can find the content they're looking for on the site. In fact, you can see an example here on our site of what it looks like when you type in a bad URL. Rather than the 404 page, we provide a user-friendly page explaining how to use search, a couple of the common links, and the product itself to direct people through to the content that they're looking for. So that wraps up our overview of the Custom 404 product. By all means, visit www.envisionit.com/C404 to go down into the Custom 404 page where you can download a trial version of the product, try it out on your site, and see what you think. Thanks very much, and have a great day.